What is going on, guys? It is Oxzor here, bringing you a quick thumbnail tutorial on how to create this full spectrum rainbow sort of themed thumbnail design. I think it looks really unique and I've had a lot of requests on how to do it, so I thought I'd bring it to you guys today and show you how to make it yourselves and see how you go. So I really hope that this design does help you out, and let's get into it, I guess. So first off, what you want to do is load in your background. Today I'll be using this Call of Duty Black Ops 2 map render. That's seriously all I searched into Google: Call of Duty Black Ops 2 map render, and you'll find these easy enough. So just duplicate that in or drag and drop it over to wherever you're going to create the thumbnail, however you prefer it. So just bring that one in. Yep, okay. Alright. Now you can resize it or do whatever, but I think that's going to be fine to work with today. So make sure the foreground below it is black. That's essential. So the background behind, is black. There we go. And then what you're going to do is go to Image, Adjustments, and Black and White on your background, and just hit OK. Then drop the opacity down on your background a little, and it makes it look a bit nicer there. Alrighty. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay. Now what we're going to do is load in the next image. So this DSR 50 is widely used in a lot of thumbnail design, so I decided I'd just use it for this one as well for the tutorial. Seriously, all you search in Google is just DSR 50 in-game render and you'll find these easy enough. And just duplicate that one in, drag and drop however you prefer to do it. Now what we're going to do with this is make sure you clip out all of the white spaces using the magic wand tool. So just go ahead and do that. If it does, like most renders won't have the white spaces, but some of them will, so just make sure you get rid of that. And what you're going to do is resize that down. Make sure you hold shift while resizing to keep the dimensions the same, otherwise it could get thrown all out of whack and that's not what you want. I'm not really going to be using this for now, so I'm just going to make it invisible. Okay, so now what you're going to do is load up another workspace and just hit OK. Now go down to your gradient tool. It could be under the paint bucket tool, so just go to gradient. And then what you're going to do is make sure you have the gradient called spectrum selected with the red backgrounds. If it doesn't have the red backgrounds, it will not be the same. And just do a straight line across your workspace like that, and bam, there's your full spectrum. Okay. So then what you can do is duplicate that one into your workspace, your thumbnail, where you're doing your thumbnail design, and drop the opacity down on that one a bit to give it that sort of tinted rainbow full spectrum sort of tint. Gives it that nice cool effect there. Okay. Yep, so now we're going to work on the DSR 50. So first off, I'm going to name this one like the real copy, I guess, because you're going to be duplicating that, so I'll just call that one real. And then duplicate that and make sure that your copied one is behind your real one, and I'm just going to call this one copy. Copy, alright, there we go. And go down to, on your copy layer, go down to effects, stroke, and put about a 3-stroke on it. It doesn't really matter what color for now. So put that 3-stroke on, and then what you're going to want to do is rasterize the layer style on the copied one. Okay, there we go. And then duplicate your spectrum that you've placed on earlier. So just duplicate that one there, and bring the opacity right up and put it above your copied layer and clipping mask it down. So now you have the full spectrum over, the outline of the DSR. It gives that really nice cool effect. So now we're going to be working on your real part of the DSR. So this is really simple as well, guys. Once again, you're just going to duplicate the spectrum again, like so. Bring it on top of the real one and clipping mask those two, and then drop the opacity down on that to whatever looks nice, whatever you prefer. Then what you're going to want to do is drag it across to create two different color schemes between both the wallpaper and the DSR, and gives it that nice little effect. So I'm going to drop the opacity a little more. I think it's still a bit too bright, so around there looks good. Alright, sweet as. Now we're going to start working on your text. So I'm going to be using the Arial font today. It does not really matter what font you use, whatever you prefer, to be quite honest. And what you're going to do is, today I'll just be doing I'll just use Oxzor tutorial. So alright, Oxzor tutorial. Now what you're going to do is the part that you're going to make the spectrum color, you're going to highlight that and make that regular instead of bold. Okay, and make, yeah, alright, there we go. Now we're going to bring the spectrum back in, so duplicate, drag and drop however you prefer, drag that over to your workspace and size it down to about the same size as the tutorial type. So, oh, that's what happens when you let go of shift. Alrighty. And then what you're going to do is just clipping mask that to the text. And you're going to want to make that Oxzor a bit white, so all you're going to do is just grab your text tool again, highlight that part, and then just make it white. Whoops. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. Well, yeah, okay. So now that's white. That's the sort of text that you want. I'd also recommend putting a little drop shadow on it at the end. Gives it a little better, makes it stand out a little more and gives it a nice effect. So I would recommend, I'm just going to size this up a bit more, make it a little bigger and put it on a bit of a slant there, so that it doesn't go over the DSR and ruin that effect, take away from that effect. Alright, now you're going to do some little minor text above and below the Oxzor tutorial. So it's just text of your choice. Today I'm just going to do thumbnail design, I guess, that's fine. Thumbnail tutorial. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to make the thumbnail text the spectrum so that it is opposite to the Oxzor tutorial. It makes it look a bit nicer, a bit cleaner, so it doesn't really matter, to be quite honest. And then what you're going to do is tilt that one on the same angle and move it over to the top left corner of the text there. So just tilt that one a bit more, bring it down and across. Using your keys, your arrow keys, you can move that to be precise. So you're going to bring your spectrum back over, size that one down like so, there we go, and put it over the thumbnail. Oh whoops, yeah, no, just drag that over. You can zoom in and then drag that over to where it's the regular text. So I'll put it on tutorial, but I'm going to move that over to thumbnail so that it doesn't clash, so that the colors don't clash. And I think that looks pretty nice. Alright, as you can see guys, like, oh, once again, yeah, make sure to make that text white, otherwise that's just gonna look silly. Okay, now, yeah, as you can see, like, it's sort of starting to take this effect. If you want to see like the logos in the background, all you do is just like paste your logos in and clipping mask the spectrum over the top and just lower the opacity of those. You can merge the layers and then lower the opacity. It's really simple. Surely you'll be able to figure it out by now. So I really hope this tutorial did help you out, guys. If it did, please leave a thumbs up. Any feedback in the comment section below, and I'll be bringing you some more tutorials back for you. So thanks for watching. Peace.